Many of us have big dreams, goals, and aspirations in our lives, or things that we want to achieve. And we oftentimes place those things in this category that's up here, and in our lives, we're living right here. And this is where our paradigm is set. This is our conditioning. It's the thing that we're comfortable with. It's the steady paycheck. It's the thing that we know we can confidently go toward because it's predictable, right? We know what to expect from going that direction. And now, bear with me for a second, because these things up here, we know we want them, right? Like, these are the things that we desire, but it's gonna take a different stimulus. It's gonna take a different decision in order to ultimately start to move toward those goals. And so, let's just take an analogy here and say that this is a mountain we're trying to climb. And before you climb a mountain, you sit there at base camp and you make sure you have all of the gear that you need. You make sure you have your backpack and it's fully packed with your food and your cables and everything that you're gonna need for the climb, right? And so the next step is you start to make the ascent, and you have to make the decision. Otherwise you just hang around at base camp and you never make a move, right? Do you wanna hang out at base camp, or do you want to actually climb the mountain, right? Because in order to get to the top, in order to get to that peak, you have to start taking the steps in that direction. And it happens one step at a time. You don't teleport to the top of the mountain, right? You have to actually start. And so I think about this in my life and I'm like, am I just hanging out at base camp? Or am I actually starting to take the step in the direction of my dreams? Am I making the ascent? Am I going forward even though I don't have all the answers right now? I don't know what challenges are going to present themselves in the middle of the mountain. But I'll figure it out once I get there. As I see it, I'll learn what I need to do to go through it. And if I start to fail or my mindset shifts and I'm not quite ready for it, I'll learn as I'm going through it what I need to do to continue moving up the mountain. None of this happens if you hang out at base camp, right? Like, you might as well just leave and go home. But once you start taking the steps, you're going to start on that journey. And the things that need to be revealed to you will be revealed to you as you go. So this is what manifestation is all about. It's about going for the thing. And it's about having those steps revealed to you. And once it happens, you'll be so glad you did it, and you'll be a new person. You'll have a new perspective, an elevated perspective, because you started to make the climb. So do you want to hang out at base camp, or do you want to ultimately climb that mountain and start to move toward that peak, that dream, that goal, and that aspiration? You can do it. You just need to get off of base camp. Go make it happen.